Today we're doing the Ikoria free preview event on MTGArena. We're going to play some standard, get our first crack at this new standard format. And we're going to start today playing Arclight Song. Song of Creation is a new card that lets you play additional land on each of your turns. Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2 cards, and at the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. So the idea is to drop this, and then the following turn to just chain a bunch of spells together. Return some Arclight Phoenixes. We've got things like Opt and Radical Idea. Merchant of the Veil is easy card draw spells. Maximize Velocity is 2 mana for 2 spells. And then I also am playing the Sprite Dragon, which is another new card. I love the art on it, but it's a 2 mana 1/1 Flying Haste, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on Sprite Dragon. So we're going to play let's say five games with this and see what happens. We got some other games, other decks we're gonna play today as well, but we'll do 5 games with this. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I had my Animal Crossing turnip prices today at freaking 500 bells, so that was a nice little surprise. All right, let's see what we're working with. This hand seems pretty good. Get to play Sprite Dragon on turn 2. I think I want to keep the spells in my hand. Since we have Sprite Dragon, turn 3, we can play 3 spells, make Sprite Dragon a 4/4. Boon of the Wishgiver, huh? Draw 4 cards, cycling 1. Cycling is one of my favorite mechanics. It makes you able to play these cards that you normally couldn't play, such as a 6 mana sorcery that lets you draw a bunch of cards. Let's opt. Another Sprite Dragon. If only one island, I don't think I want this. They can't play it this turn. Got a mountain. A little unfortunate there. Go ahead and attack for 5. Hopefully we can get a Phoenix into play next turn via spells. And our opponent's already at 10. It's turn 3. And like I mentioned, that's why cycling's so fun. These cards that are no longer really useful in this game for them right now, because they're under so much pressure, they get to just cycle and turn into new cards. Now the question becomes, what do we want to do? I think we just play Arclight Phoenix and attack. What are we attacking? They can be at 7? Yeah, I think we're attacking their face. Now we can play Song here, but I think we just want to play another Arclight Phoenix and attack them down to 2. We have another Sprite Dragon in our hand and a spell. Radical Idea. Or maximize velocity. So we have to deal with this Arclight Phoenix. Narset. Draw a card. Discard a card. Okay. We can go Sprite Dragon. Oh, the Elspeth Conquers Death. Making it where we can't play a spell for the win. A little unfortunate. And now we've kind of run out of gas. Although we do have Opt, Maximize Velocity, Arclight Phoenix in the graveyard. They go up to 3. We're looking for another spell. What is this, a 6/3? All right, so all we need is an island. An island lets us get there. Any spell, that won't do it. That is unfortunate. That was a couple turns where we just needed an island, another red spell. Now I think it's going to be difficult. I don't think we can cycle this for anything. I think we just have to enter the battlefield tapped, play a 2/3. And then next turn we still have our Phoenix. They're gonna go back up to 3, but 3 is within range. Because next turn we can opt Radical Idea and Maximize Velocity their creature to get Arclight Phoenix back. Is Narset a May? No, it deals damage equal to that card's mana cost to target creature or planeswalker. Okay, so if Narset is the only thing on the battlefield, it looks like it does have to deal it to itself. That's interesting. We'll go ahead and opt. Don't think we want that one. Discard a card. We can discard Song of Creation. All right. And then we can Radical Idea. Get back Arclight Phoenix. And attack them. Oh, the Shark Typhoon gives them an instant speed blocker. So we'll have to try to do it again next turn. It's been a very close game. I like this card. This is very neat. Triple Haste, 8/8. Oh, wow. They killed us. That was cool. That was a good game. There were a couple turns where we almost could have won. Where if we either had an island or an extra land, we could have paid for the extra spell with, or against Elspeth Conquers Death. The 2-mana attacks. Oh, you know what I should do? Let me come over here. Add a text box. Text. No. Record. On one. Oop. I just put it over here. There we go. Yeah, but this section's fine. We have lands and spells. I want a radical idea. I want to keep my cheaper spells. And I also want to give myself an extra draw trying to find a Phoenix. Because it's not out of the realm of possibility that next turn we can actually discard Phoenix and get into play. Oh, cool. Godzilla, Doom, Inevitable. So it goes back into their library. That's really neat. And if they cycle 4 of them, it just like comes into play. Okay, so now we'll opt. No, thank you. Yeah, I think we can just play Sprite Dragon. Hope for 1. I was gonna opt again looking for a Phoenix, but this works out way better. Next turn we can play 3 spells again as well. Except now they're also pumped the Sprite Dragon. I always enjoy the new standard, like the first day or two that it's around. Everyone's trying out all these new things. The next question is, do I want to just drop Song? I can play, yeah, I think I do. I want to pay 2 life, play Song. Pay 2 life, opt. Just get more cards in the graveyard for the Ox. Then I want to, we'll bottom that one. Hey, what up, Time? How's it going? We had a very close game first game with this deck. We're not quite able to put it away against Jeskai Control. We do not have Uro in this deck, no. I can show you the list between games again. This is an Arclight Phoenix deck. I have another deck with Song of Creation that we're going to play later that's Temur Adventures. Okay, so do we want to get the Ox into play? Yeah, I think so. We had to draw a bunch of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right Dragon, draw 2 cards. Opt, draw 2 cards. Maximize velocity, draw 2 cards. Maximize velocity, discard Arclight Phoenix, draw 2 cards. Phoenix comes back, and attack for a lot. And discard all these, and then we get to like put Ox back into play next turn. Start the whole process over again. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that was a really fun turn. That felt really nice. I really like Song of Creation. I don't know if it's actually gonna be something that sticks around, but it's definitely something that's fun to brew around with. See, our opponent is also on the Song of Creation plan. The interaction with Uro is kind of insane. This is the first time I've seen the interaction with Uro. I guess the fact that Uro gets to, play other lands, basically plays itself twice. Discarding it's fine, but I think we just have, like, all sorts of lethal here. Yeah, awesome. 1-1. It's very explosive. I mean, Arclight Phoenix on its own was an explosive deck, and Song is also very explosive. I don't know if they'll end up being the things that work out. Oh, let me show you the deck list again. I know you just rolled in. Very simple, very basic. Just a 4 of Opt, Velocity, Shock, Radical Idea, Sprite Dragon, Merchant, Phoenix, Song of Creation, and Ox. Usually when I try to like build decks, I try to just start with like 4 ofs, see what's working, what's not, and then adjust accordingly. Unless it's a card that I already know that I don't really want 4 of. You'll see that later. There's a couple weird decks that we're going to play. What we're going to try to do is play 5 games with each of these 4 decks. And iffy. I thought about doing Cathartic Reunion, but it's a really bad top deck when you have Song in play. Since, you're not going to have 2 cards to discard to it. Radical Idea, at end of turn. Top 2 cards. Hey! Exile up to 2 cards for target graveyards. Oh, I don't like that one. So we don't want to discard the Phoenix unless we're going to get to play it. Sprite Dragon's a fine draw. Let's just get on the board. I wonder if this is a hard cast Arclight Phoenix deck or game. Next turn we get to discard 2 of them. So we could just try to like pump up Sprite Dragon and churn through our deck a bit more. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I like this a lot more. And now they're going to get to return target creature land from their graveyard to their hand. They get a land. It got rid of one of our Radical Ideas. I think I just want to play the Ox. I get to discard 2 Phoenixes and draw 3 cards. That just seems really good to me. Although, not the best draws. Oh, I don't like that. The Kaya gets to remove both Phoenixes. Yeah, that is kind of rude. I agree. Although I do like Kaya. Poke that at Kaya and this at your face. And then play another Ox. Draw 3 more cards. Like, I think we're doing okay? Maybe not. We have 8 cards in the graveyard? We do. Go to Forest, draw a card. Ox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see no reason not to do that. Elspeth conquers death. I don't like the fact that they're at 15. All right. That's much better. Shock you. At least we can play another Ox, right? Yeah, we have enough to Ox again. Or we can just Song again. Yeah, I think we'll just Song again. I guess we should have Oxed there, now that I think about it, because they can just, like, uptick Kaya. They can uptick Kaya and the Radical Idea, yeah. Although the Song being on the battlefield probably gives us the best way to, you know, to have something explosive happen. I like their deck. I like all the cards they've been playing. I'm a big fan of Kaya. Kaya's definitely one of those cards that I wish, you know, I was able to, like, use more. I don't have land for this. Let's just try to draw more lands here. Unfortunate. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that Elspeth Conquers Death Chapter 2 has definitely got us a couple times today. They take our Ox and our Radical Idea. Then take our Song, and I think we can probably wrap it up. This was a pretty cool... What is this, Abzan? like Abzan control deck. I don't think I've seen Abzan control in a long time. Usually the control decks involve blue, whether it be Esper or Jeskai or just blue-white. Good game. I keep trying to right-click and concede like I'm on MTGO. Alright, 1 and 2. Maybe we can get to a 3 and 2 with this, though. The deck has seemed fine. We lost a game to Jeskai control where we almost won. We just needed one more land. This one we weren't really in at all. Binding of the Titans, removing stuff, Kaya removing stuff. 3 Elspeth Conquers Deaths. Just a lot of things that exile stuff, so our idea of recurring things from the graveyard just never panned out. This hand seems fine. Potentially turn 2 Sprite Dragon, turn 3 Arclight Phoenix. Depending on like the other spells and lands we draw. I think I want to play Stomping Ground on turn 2. You know, in case I draw another red spell, that'll let me Arclight Phoenix. If I play Breeding Pool, I don't have the ability to do red on turn 3. Okay, now I don't think it really matters. So if things pan out, what we get to do is, on turn 3, have a 4/4 Sprite Dragon and an Arclight Phoenix attacking. Hey, what up, Penguin? I would call it nonsense. Yeah, we're trying to do our absolute best nonsense here. We've had some close games. I would like to opt. No, thank you. And I'd like to opt again. Yeah, I like Ox here. I think that's a good way to reload in case something goes wrong. I mean, this is a pretty nice turn 3. Arclight Phoenix definitely one of my more enjoyable cards they printed in the last few years. It's just fun to be able to attack in a different way. Just, you know, churn through some spells and like you get a free 3/2 sometimes. I mean, next turn we put a lot of counters on Sprite Dragon. Like next turn we get to put 3 more counters on it. Give +2/+2 to something. I think we're attacking for 12. Right? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's possible that like if we draw Shock or something, I think they're just dead. Does Opt kill them? Velocity, Opt. I think Opt gives me like the potential to kill them. Better than Radical Idea. Don't think we want Song of Creation this game. I think we're playing this tapped. And then I think we are doing Maximize Velocity. Maximize Velocity. Discarding an Ox. Attacking for 12. Well, let me see what's Tamiyo's +1. The top 4 cards of your library. No, I think I want to put them to 1. I think we just ignored Tamiyo. Put them to 1. They have to come up with an answer to this. And then we still have, like, things that can deal 1 damage to them if they do get out of this. I think that's better than sending them to, sending them to 6 and killing Tamiyo. I really should get the card styles, I guess. They gave me this free cool little account to show off all the cool card styles. Maybe we'll do that after this series of 5 games. I have a feeling that Sprite Dragon is going to be my favorite card printed in this set. It just does exactly what I wanted to do. It's cheap. It's evasive. And it gives me, like, extra value for doing things I want to be doing anyways. You know what? I got a lot of love for the quasi-duplicate the, got a lot of love for the quasi-duplicate Razor plan. Yeah, quasi-slothers is pretty neat. I'm not even mad. What's in their graveyard? Okay. I think we just want to Ox. I guess we could have just done Radical Idea and tried to draw Shock. But I am somewhat afraid that they're just going to go off this turn somehow that I don't see. It definitely feels like it has Thassa's Oracle in it, right? So it's probably some sort of combo-y deck. I've been seeing people play something with Underworld Breach and like the 0 or the X artifact spells where they just cast it for 0 with the Song of Creation in play. So they just repeatedly draw 2 cards like over and over and over again. But I don't think they can go off this turn with it. I think they have to find some way to like get rid of these creatures before they can win. The song itself would cost 4. How do we feel about the chat in the bottom right of the screen? Added that feature today. Hey, we won. All right, 2 and 2. Let's try to get 3 and 2 with this one. That would be neat. Oh, not 5. Not 5. We're not 5 and 2. That's a lie. All right, one more. I can already tell you I like this deck, though. I don't even know if it needs the Song of Creation. That seems maybe even kind of extra. Maybe with the Sprite, just general Arclight Phoenix is really good now. Oh, really? I'm so bad with knowing people's, like, arena names. I'm pretty sure the first person we played was someone, too, that I recognized. Oh, wow. That's really neat. Go us. Thank you, Arclight Phoenix, for being kind of busted. Alright, this hand's shaky. I'm not gonna lie. This hand's a little shaky. It's either really good or really bad. I'm not sure which. I do not like seeing Giant Killer in my Sprite Dragon deck. I do like seeing Giant Killer in my I want to see what they're playing, mind, but I will say I will gladly take extra cards. Oh, what does that do? Other humans get +1/+1 whenever General Kudrow or another human enters the battlefield. Exile a card from a graveyard? Oh no! Oh no! That's horrible for us. Oh, I don't know what to do here. I think we're just like super dead, right? General Kudrow seems like to be a big problem. How are we winning this game? Hoping that they don't have a hoping that they don't have a thing, I guess. Yeah, this one ain't gonna cut it. We're gonna get smoked. This was cool. This is the first time I've seen this card. Which time to play a human? Legendary humans you control have indestructible? I think I'm just like actually dead. Neat. That was really cool. I'm not even mad. Like that was a cool new cards I haven't seen before. Very nice Mardu aggro. So we went 2 and 3 with this. Hold on, let me fix the record. Let's pull up the deck list. Chat about it for a second. Went 2 and 3 with it. Very easily could have been 3 and 2, I think. I think the 2 games that we lost, we weren't even, or 2 of the games that we lost, we were not even remotely close in. The Abzan control deck and then the Mardu aggro deck both just smoked us. Both of them had ways to like remove things from the graveyard, although I don't think the Mardu aggro deck even cared about removing Phoenix. We were dead on turn 4. But the game against Jeskai, we were very close in, and we won 2 other games. This deck seems like it has some potential. I don't know if it's actually good or not. I think Song of Creation like has some busted stuff it's doing, but it might not be necessary. I feel like the games that we did, the games that felt the best were games where we just dropped Sprite Dragon and Arclight Phoenix into play and just kind of like churned through our spells. Sprite Dragon seemed really good. Ox seemed like perfectly reasonable. There were multiple games that we cast it and we're happy with it. So overall, 2 and 3, 3 and 2, somewhere around that seems about right. Seems like a pretty middling average deck. Probably a good matchup against some things. Probably get smoked by a couple matchups while it just kind of like does nothing. I think that's where I'm at on that one. And we'll go find a new deck.